I should have a tripod for this or something. It's going to be shaky.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll draw on like after I'm done talking. Okay. I'm Nicole. I'm Sarah.
I'm Rachel. I'm Samantha.
And what we're doing is we're testing BPA on thermal paper. BPA is an organic compound. It is commonly used for the production of polycarbonates and plastics. So it's used in baby bottles, water bottles, medical devices, even your dental fillings. It is also utilized in the lining of canned products, tires, brake fluid, so there's quite a variety. I'll draw it.
Okay, she'll continue drawing it. So what BPA does is breaks MLA, and Nicole's going to be drawing its structure. But what it does if it gets into your system is it mimics the body's endogenous hormones, so it binds to estrogen receptors in your body and kind of mimics its effects, making your body think that it has higher levels of estrogen than it does. So it's called an endocrine disruptor. It can affect humans in terms of fertility, obesity, cancer, diabetes, thyroid malfunctions, and attention deficit syndromes. And obviously babies and small children are much more sensitive to this issue because they are really kind of, they have high sensitivity to changes in hormone levels because they're growing and developing, so it's really important to try and keep away from babies. And if it's in baby bottles, that's a big problem. The Center for Disease Control reported BPA in 95% of the urine samples taken from a population of 394 American adults, so it's something that we all have in our system, and we just have to figure out how much of it is bad, really that bad for you and that kind of thing. And we're testing for it on thermal receipt paper, so any kind of receipt that you get from a store, the way that the receipts get printed, when it gets heated, the ink pops, like shows through the spots that it got heated in, and what makes it, the chemical reaction that makes that happen contains this phenol A.
Okay, so what we plan on testing is we're going to take a sample of receipts from around town, for example, like McDonald's, KFC, Victoria's Secret, as Sarah works there, Walgreens, Big Safe, Walmart, Target, and Starbucks are all the receipts we're going to test. We plan on taking these receipts and then kind of cutting them, weighing them out, cutting them up into small pieces, and putting them in methanol, and hopefully that will, and like really stirring it around and heating it, and that will release the BPA from the receipt paper to methanol solution. And from there we can take that methanol and use gas chromatography and mass spec to detect what levels of BPA we have. And so last week we were starting to work on figuring out a method to see that BPA spike in the gas chromatography and mass spec. And I came in this weekend and I found that if we heated it from beginning at 80 degrees and then we just the program, holding it for 1 minute, and then we raise that temperature all the way up to 285 degrees Celsius at a rate of 10 degrees per minute, then we ended up finding a BPA spike at around 15 and a half minutes. So, and I repeated it 3 times so we know that that's where that spike is going to show up. So we can start testing our standards and then test our receipts and see how much we have because we know exactly what timestamp, what temperature to use.
And then, so what we expect to find is BPA in most of the receipts, except for Target and Starbucks. They're supposed to be BPA free, but we expect to find BPS in that. And BPS actually is absorbed faster into the skin than BPA, so that's another scary thing. And it's actually harder to degrade, so less biodegradable. And so, I don't know, we expect to find BPA in all of these. And then from there, when we see how much, if we can sort of standardize how much of the concentration is in each receipt, we can sort of gauge how much exposure is actually seen. And again, especially in receipts for stores and stuff, it's kind of like if women working there are pregnant or something, that exposure to the BPA or BPA